What's up, Facer Books? That's multiple for people with Facebook. It's Mike Watson with Freestyle Komics, short fuse media, super Mad Brotha, most enthusiastic man in comics. Here again. What's up, Imani? It's the Dear Creative episode. I just got home from my art class that I teach with Picktown Artworks. Kids are making samurai armor out of cardboard. So it was a very construction-heavy class session today, as we're cutting out our pieces and stuff. So how are you all doing? Give it a few minutes here. I'm on a orange juice regimen of pills. What's up, Glenn? Orange juice and tissue. Trying to knock this code out before Saturday gets here. What happened Saturday? I'm so glad you asked that question, Facebook. It is FSK Fundraiser Day this Saturday at Comic Town. All types of awesomeness happening. Yeah, you guys want to come be a part of that. So this week on Dare Creative, I don't have too much of a subject because all I've been doing is getting ready for FSK Day. So let me tell you about that nonsense. How's my picture coming up like that? That's not good. Refresh this. Hope my picture don't look like that for the rest of y'all. All right, so I just came from what show was that? Salem. I was at Wizard World Salem. That show. Good Friday for Salem. Better than most Fridays I have shows. Saturday, yeah. Sunday, yeah. I don't know what it was. I think, well, actually, I have an idea. I could be right. I could be wrong. I think they just had convention fatigue. They just got off of a couple shows the 2 weeks prior to the Salem show, and I think they just had convention fatigue. It was too many shows back to back to back, and because I had traffic, man. I had people I was talking to. I had people that was digging what I was doing in the hype line. I had people coming to my table. My friends are stupid, but I definitely had transactions. I could not close any deals on Saturday, and it was the first year that we had that show out there. Salem was pretty dope though. Like the atmosphere was good, the customers, the people, great, happy, positive attitudes and things like that. Everybody was more willing to come over and listen and hear about what I was doing, but could not close a ton of deals on getting them to convert over to actual sales, and a lot of finagling and pitching to get people to actually pick up the books. Prints so decent. What I did do a lot of, what I did do a lot of was commissions. I got a decent amount of commissions while I was at the show, which is funny because all the other shows where I sell a lot of books, I don't get any commissions. I might get one, and then shows where I do a lot of prints and kind of move some books, I get commissions. So this show was heavy on the commission side, which was good. It balanced, but commissions take a while to make, and it would have been nice to sell more books. I wanted to sell more books, but we're gonna try it again. I don't know what the date. I don't know if they haven't announced that they're gonna do that show again, but I'd like to take another crack at it. Try things a little bit different, and come back with obviously have all the books that I have, and just try it again. I feel like you can't, unless it was absolutely dire and terrible. And I've only had one show like that, but I feel like you can't completely blow off a show. You got to give it two. You got to give it two. You got to give it a try twice. Because I did good. I made ducats. I made some ducats. But I just didn't sell as much as I wanted to, in specific on the comic book end, because that was the main reason I wanted to go to the show, right? I wanted to expand my audience, and that's the reason for going to new markets, new areas, new venues. You want to expand your market and create new fans. But I specifically wanted to do that in regards to the comic book portion of what I wanted to do. I wanted to get people on to the Hot Shot #1s, the Visions #1s, Heroes #1. really, really wanted to push those #1 issues, and then, you know, come back next year and they're like, oh shoot, that's great, and, you know, they're picking up 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, you know, that type of thing. And maybe, I mean, I had great space. I think like the way I had my table set was good, but maybe they didn't really know which was my focus, because I had original artwork out there, I had conventions out there, I had comic books out there, which normally isn't a problem. But the way you set up your table at a convention is going to be what you what you sell at, what you sell a ton of. And I think I had everything pretty evenly spread out over my space. So I did not have my comic book rack with me, and that may have made a difference. I forgot my comic book. Normally it shows when I sell a bunch of books, I have my comic book rack. I look like a comic book, you know, guy, because I have these comic books up, but I had the comic books laid on my table. So you actually have to look down to see them. I mean, these are all things that you have to consider. Like, you're probably sitting back and like, what does that matter? Da 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 da. No, all that stuff matters. Like visually, how your table's set up, what people are looking for, all that stuff matters. How many fans do I currently have on Facebook for Freestyle Komics? I have 1,294 on my Freestyle Komics page. On the art of Mike Watson, I think I have a bit more on that. I like when Amani asks questions. Amani always asks like these really good questions that would make you have to dig and think about shit. Like, yeah, I don't know. Come on, computer. Should have restarted my computer before I did this live. On my Art of Mike Watson, I have 1,405 fans on Art of Mike Watson, about 600 on my Twitter account, about 1,000 on the other Twitter account. So trying to get those numbers up. I know this week, though, on the FSK page, because of some of the announcements that we've done, just this week alone, we got 33 new fans this week on the FSK page. So we made some pretty big announcements, and, you know, we got the event going on. So hoping to really expand that with the event on Saturday. But so right now I'm signed up for FSK Day this Saturday, which is stacking up to be a beast. All right. Oh wait, let me backtrack. So like everything matters at your convention table. How the convention table is set up, what you choose to focus on, what people are seeing first when they walk on there. It is literally like drawing a comic book page. I am trying to dictate to you with how my table is set up, what I want you to see first and what I want you to focus on. And maybe that was a bit of the situation at my table, is that I didn't have any clear direction on what I wanted people to focus on. And when I say I didn't have my comic book rack normally stands on my table about 2.5 feet tall with comic books all in it. So you immediately see that when you walk up to my table and you start spinning around the rack and looking at books, then you immediately see that. But what people actually, now that I'm talking through this with you guys, what people did gravitate to immediately was the portfolios of the original artwork. That's, I haven't really thought about it since then, but that's why I got all the commissions, because people were looking at the artwork first, looking at the print secondary, and looking at the comics third, because the comics were laid on the table, on the backside, instead of being propped up where you can see them. So you're looking straight ahead, you're looking, and then you have to look down. So the comics were the last thing that you see. Dang. So that's that. And that's not an exact answer. That's just me analyzing things, and now after I've taken a couple of days off of the show and haven't really thought about it, coming back and discussing with you guys, that's me looking at it now. Excuse me, and saying, yeah. So that's probably why. So there could be a number of factors. I made sure my pitch was enthusiastic and made sure I had a lot of energy in my pitch. I could tell, though, like at the punchlines or the jokes that I have, the jokes and punchlines that normally make people laugh and pick up the books, I was getting a couple chuckles and not as many as I normally do or whatnot. So it could be a situation where, you know what, I do want to try it again. I definitely do. I want to see if I can take a swing at it and knock it out the park and not just do okay. But it could be a situation where that may not be the market for me, and I'm gonna try it again just to be sure. But you know, they may not be into Mike Watson and Freestyle Komics in Salem. I don't know that, but if the show does happen to go up there again, I'm gonna give it a try again and try it from different angles. re-evaluate my table setup and go at it. I did good. I just didn't do what I wanted to do, what I shoot for. Amani, have you ever done a show with strictly books and original merch? No, I've not done a show with strictly books. That is my goal to get there when I'm doing strictly books and merchandise, but I don't have the setup that I want to do for that. That's something I've been looking at for the last couple months. I've been looking at a lot of other people's setups that are just doing nothing but comics or just the books, and trying to evaluate how I can apply that to my setup. So it's definitely something that's in the works, something I want to give a try, because I do move books. I do move a lot of books. So, but there's a certain way that I want it to look visually, and you know, of course, with that comes a dollar amount, and you know, you got to have that amount to be able to do those things. So partly in why I'm trying to do FSK Day, so we can get out to new shows, get out to different shows that we haven't been to, and help us produce and make more books. So yeah, now going over to FSK Day, and oh my goodness, it's turned into quite a project. It is, and what's up, Laura? What's up, David? What's up, Bobby? What's up, Molly? What's up, Jenny? So FSK Day is this Saturday, and it is a beast of a project. Until yesterday, I didn't even realize I needed to make a schedule for the actual event because I have performances, I have panels, we have different things we're doing throughout the day. And I'm like, oh shoot, because Black Nerd Problems asked me, what time is our panel? And I looked and I was like, what time is your panel? And I was going to be like, what time do you want your panel? But then I'm like, it's my event. I got to set the time. So, yeah, I'll let you know in a little bit. Byron, what's up? Laura, what's up? How was the attendance volume at Wizard World? I think the attendance volume was good. There was definitely people there. Like I said, at my table, I definitely had the opportunity to turn tricks. I definitely did. So I can't say that the attendance wasn't there. Again, I put myself in a situation where I generate my own traffic to coincide with the walk-by traffic. So definitely, I can't say traffic was not there. So it was a good volume. Yeah, so I made the schedule. The schedule actually got posted today. I've highlighted the FSK fundraiser day, so you can go ahead and get the event on. If you guys want to, if you're not able to make it to the show, if you can't make it to the show, I'm about to get ready to post a link where you can just send in a donation. So you just want to give some support. You just want to help people out. You're like, hey, I want to help those guys at FSK out. So I'm getting ready to post a link where you can do just that. You can donate as much as you want. Wouldn't matter if it's a quarter. Every little bit helps. Amani, I did just say turn tricks. Yes, I did, because selling these books is turning tricks. I was wondering if anybody was going to pick up on that. Oh, shoot. It's a hustle, right? It's a hustle. We hustling out here. All right, so I just posted the link. So if you guys want to donate to to our cause, you can actually do that now. If you can't make it out to FSK Day and you want to show some support, there's a link to do it. Just go ahead and send as much as you want. If you can't donate, but you know somebody else that may be into what we do, go right ahead and send them that link so they can donate to it. Sean Mack is in the building. Sean, publisher of all time, Mack is in the building. Today we also just realized, today we just announced that Vigilance and Ironsmith, two of our cosplay all-stars, will be at FSK Day for autographs, pictures, and they will also be judging our cosplay contest for the kiddies. I just posted their images in here. They look awesome, like badasses. What'd you say, Monty? You out here hoeing for comics? You're damn right, man. Yes, I'm out here turning these tricks for these comics, man. I'm trying to get these comics out here. I gotta get them out here. You got any one of them comics? Gotta make it happen, man. Gotta get people behind them. Gotta get people wanting them. I want to be at the point to where I ain't gotta push my product to make it sell. If I'm not at the comic shop, I want people going asking for FSK books. That is the goal. That's what we want. I want people going to the online store for Short Fuse Media and buying out racks of FSK books without me having to be out here on Facebook Live all the time. But it is what it is, and we'll make it do what it do. So yeah, so Amani, what's up, Al? Ironsmith and Vigilance will be in the building for FSK Day. Of course, we will have performances by Diggy Dolce, Absolute, and Dre Fire, original songs for FSK Day. Andy Shorty has just been announced today as another artist that will be attending the event. He will specifically be doing sketch cards at the event, which he is a pretty awesome dude, awesome artist. You can get a sketch card for him of our characters. What has happened? That publisher role is a busy one, Sean Mack. That publisher role is a busy one. You would know all about it. I only know a couple other people that can handle the publisher role the way that you do. It's a lot to take on. I just posted actual schedule for FSK Day, the things that we'll have going on. Please come on out there, join us with what's happening. And to give you just an inside look of what's going on there, I picked up. Oh, hold on. So we got that original piece of artwork, right, from Adam Fields. That's going to be in our silent auction, right? And Duran McKenzie just dropped that off for us today. This will be in the silent auction for FSK Day. Very nice piece of artwork right there that he has dropped off to us. So there's several pieces. Veronica, oh my God. Veronica is killing it right now with the pieces she's bringing for the silent auction. So I want you guys to be ready. There's going to be a lot of niceness. I will be putting this piece into the silent auction as well. Yes, that is your girl Vigilance right there on that Vantage You Create paper right there. So we got tons. We got tons. This is the first time I actually made a schedule for something. Because it's like a mini con, right? It's a mini con at Comic Town, so I actually had to make an itinerary schedule. This is the first time I've done it. Hopefully it works. It's pretty tight. I'm trying to figure out how I wanted to do everything because, you know, you want to kind of give it a little bit of time to have people get there. So it's figure like, so what do you put there? Because, you know, everyone's not going to, unless, you know, everyone comes in early, which would be great. Everybody came in there at 10 o'clock and we got hundreds of people outside waiting to get in. They're like, hey, let's do this. That's what you want. But you definitely want to be realistic about it. So, you know, some people are going to show up late. No one's getting up early to come to the event. Like, everyone's not going to get up early to come to the event. You're going to have those rising shiners, and you're going to have the latecomers. So it's a matter of how do you spread out the events so, you know, so you have enough time for everything. And, you know, you still want people to be able to catch on and do everything. So that was difficult to figure out how to spread out everything that we have going on at the venue. But you know what else was hard? As Sean likes to say, I'm spreadsheet Mike, doing my spreadsheet for the cost of everything that we're doing versus how much costs to sell versus how much profit we're going to make to actually be in the green to reach that dollar amount goal of what we want is $2,000. So let me see here. Give you a little inside taste of some spreadsheet action here. I won't be able to show it to you, but I'll go over one item. I'll go over our special item, our big item that I want people to get. It's our exclusive sketchbook. All right? In this sketchbook, you will be able to get sketches. Like, you'll come in, you'll buy the sketchbook, and then you'll be able to get sketches from Adam Fields, Allison Leith, Brian Moss, Yuko Smith, Daryl Banks, Victor Dandridge, and me. That's 7 sketches from comic book artists that you'll get in that book. And then on top of that, you're going to get Emerald Quest, Hot Shot, Vigilance, and Heroes International #1 signed by the creative teams. But you will also get Zero Hint #1 when it launches signed, and all that for $120. Now you can get that early at the link that we have in our event page for $100, the early bird special. I think that's a pretty heck of a good deal. There's a few artists in our list that charge $100 or more for their commissions, and we're giving a sketch from 7 of these elite artists for $120 plus 5 books. Can't beat that, man. So here's a partake. So we have that on our FSK Day expense report, and it's labeled down as a sketchbook, and we're selling it at $120. It's around what is it? We're getting that printed through page-by-page copies, so it's $1.50 to get it printed. We have 70 of those dollars going towards the artists. Actually, I'm glad actually I just did this online with you, because I'm not getting paid off of that, so I can just remove myself from it. So if we do, well, I'll just keep the number same, because now it's messing up the rest of my formula, and then we're missing the point here. So if we sell that for $120, we're paying the artist $70 in total to do the sketch. Costs $1.50 to get the book printed. What we're left over with is $58.50 in profit to go towards our $2,000 goal for Freestyle Komics. Now, if we sell 30 of those, H2 times B2. Now, if we sell 30 of those at the $120 price, we have a total of $3,600 in sales. Awesome, right? That's $3,600 off of one item if we sell 30 of those that day. Right, now I just did that. I put that number in there as an example just so I can see what item could push me there the quickest. Obviously that one, because it's the biggest sales item, right? And I wanted to have this on here so I have it as a gauge for the rest of my items, because guess what? Chances are I'm not going to sell 30 of those sketchbooks at that price. I may sell just 10 of those, but I may be able to make it up with the sketchbook covers or any of the online prices or the variant covers. But I have all that broken down on the spreadsheet. Now, when we're talking about profit, we're talking about being in the green. How much money you make after everything and expenses have been paid, that is the green. That is profit. That's what you want. So total sales, $3,600, right? After everything has been paid for, the profit that FSK will get is $1,755 towards our goal. So if I set this up as a goal that day to push, like I have been, or like we have been online, to push the sketchbook, right? To say, hey, we want people to get the sketchbook. We want people to get the sketchbook. Da, 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 da. Now, I know chances are I'm not going to sell 30 of those sketchbooks. I understand that, and I know that. But that's a target goal. That gives me, like I said, a place of reason, somewhere where I can start, right? And if we did do that, which would be great if we did, then after everything's paid for, I got $1,755 left. That is towards the goal of $2,000. So anything else I sell on top of that $1,700, whether it be comics, prints, any donations we get, then we're already at the goal, right? All we need is $245 more, and we have made $2,000 in profit. So just a little inside look, just to break that down for you. So yeah, what we're going for, and it's you create. I mean, it's Dear Creative, and it is where I'm supposed to be giving you breakdown behind the scenes of what it takes to be a creative, a comic book artist, and trying to survive as a freelancer. That's the whole purpose of this show. And I don't think a lot of, I think more of us creatives that are making comic books need to balance our passion with realistic goals and numbers and understanding the business end of things. There's nothing absolutely wrong with being passionate and wanting to get your books made and get your books out here and get your books in people's hands. But you got to know how to effectively do that without taking a loss, or knowing when you're going to take a loss, how to come back from that loss, or knowing how much you lost by, or even understanding and knowing that you broke even. You know what I'm saying? Those are things. Those are things. So there's that. And then plus other things like I still and like you know, I still have other stuff that I need to pay for. So that sketchbook breakdown, that's just solely for the sketchbook. Now we are also doing let me see. Digital coupon, free shipping. There's a couple things that we have to get extra, like raffle tickets. Well, I already have raffle tickets, so that's not a problem. I gotta go buy sticky notes. I gotta go get commission pads. There's You Create comic packs that I have on order. Giant sticky pads, bags and boards, prints for my cosplayers, shirts for the staff. Like these are still things that are generating a cost. So even if I say let's go back to the sketchbook. Let's say we sold 30 of those sketchbooks again, and that's $3,600 in total sales. And after everything for the sketchbook has been paid for, I'm left with $1,755. Well, guess what? All those things I just listed off, that's another expense. So if we just sold nothing but the sketchbook, those are amounts that come off of that expense. So I may sit here after selling all that, have $1,755, but after I add in the raffle tickets, the sticky notes, the commission packs, the bags and boards, the cosplay prints, I may be walking away with $1,400, maybe $1,200 left in profit after we paid for everything. So it's a lot to balance. It's a lot to balance, and you know, you got to be aware of these things. You have to be. Unless you're just, you know, making comics for a hobby, and I am definitely not making comics for a hobby. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't want to be doing nothing else, but it's still got to be profitable. I want this to be this is how I want to make my money, by doing the thing that I love. And in order to do the thing I love, I've got to be able to do these numbers and understand the difference between losing money, breaking even, and being in the green. Just got to. So that's all I got today. And have some more announcements hopefully tomorrow for FSK Day. I'm waiting to hear back a couple things from some people before we round on closing. It's almost here at Comic Town. We have amazing sponsors: Black Nerd Problems, Creative Control Fest, Vantage In-House Productions, You Create, Basement of Doom. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I already said Comic Town. Yeah, I think we're So we have, you know, Diggy Delche, Absolute, Dre Fire coming out to perform music, and we got panels by Ethan Murphy, Veronica Smith, me and Victor with the Basement of Doom guys. Black Nerd Problems is doing a panel, and Victor is hosting the character creation panel where You Create. So we got a ton of things. The free coloring books, yeah, that's another expense. That's another freaking expense that I did not think of. Oh shoot, I missed some comments. I'm sorry. Hi Mike, what makes a good guest artist version of Hot Shot? What makes a good guest artist version? The drawing that Adam Fields and Ren McKenzie did. Oh, just making it dope, man. Just making it, just putting your foot in it and breaking it off. When I do have a guest artist, I just want them to freak that poster, the image as best as they can. Normally I make my posters, I try to make my posters like the images for me when I draw Hot Shot covers. And I try to make them very relevant to the story. And then when we get a guest artist on it, I just want them to just decimate. I want them, as Ren McKenzie may say, destroy the pages. Sean Mack, yes, that Vigilance painting that Veronica did is sick. Yes, Amani, Victor draws. Michael by the numbers, Watson. Hey, I learned it from somebody. Tyler Gray Smith, Monty, what gives you the best profit margin, books or merch? If we're talking about comic book conventions, it depends. Like I said earlier, Monty, some shows I will murder in my comic book sales, and then other shows I will destroy in my print sales, and the others will fall by the wayside. So it honestly depends on the crowd, and also how I set up my table is a big factor. I think if I set up my table solely for comic books, I would sell a lot more comic books. But selling comic books is a higher climb, a harder profit margin climb, because again, each book that we're selling is $5. But I got the cost of the book, And with my co-publisher, there's profit margin. I got to get my co-publisher on top of that myself. So and that's something I'm fully aware of, and that's not anything that's bad, because of the publisher I have, I'm getting out there more. But if I'm just selling books, it's more of a climb that I have to do. So that's why I do the books, I do the prints, and I do the commissions. If I'm doing commissions, that's 100% me. That's all profit. Outside of what paper, pencils, but that's already been taken care of. That's already been taken care of. So any commissions that I do, unless I get a new set of markers, that's all money in my back pocket. And then prints, we get prints at a super low price, so it's a super quick come up to sell prints, especially when I do the print deal 4 for $20. So it depends on the show and depends on how I have the table set up. But if I sell a bunch of books, man, there's been definitely a few shows where I've sold like a bunch of books and it's been like banger. So in order to really, really see the revenue from it, you got to move books. You got to move a lot of books on a regular basis. But it depends. So it could be either or. Do y'all do trades? Yes, we do trades. Actually, we have a Kickstarter coming up for Kat. For Father Like Daughter. She's doing a big trade Kickstarter coming up. Oh shoot, I don't know if I was supposed to say that. Damn. Wait, no. Kat announced it. Kat announced it on her page. I'm fine. Yeah, so she's got a trade coming up. And then we are going to be doing Hotshot into a trade as well. So yeah, we do trades. We have a few trades with Short Fuse. I want to get, where am I? Vigilance 3. I would like to get one more issue of Vigilance done before we do a trade of that. And I want to get this first story arc finished of Heroes International before we do a trade of that too. So yeah, we definitely doing trades. Trades move. Oh my goodness. When you got a trade, they move, man. There's a lot of people out here that want to get trades. So we went into like kind of a slow rollout for when I came over to Short Fuse Media. We wanted to introduce everybody to the FSK brand. We wanted them to get familiar with it and really, really exploit the fact that I had so many books with FSK. It expands our library overall with Short Fuse, and it just looks good. So trade is always a conversation that Sean and I are having, and the right time for doing it. But it's definitely something that's coming up. I do want to get back into that trade life. So yeah. And so that's the expense report. So expect to see tons of stuff from us on Saturday. I'll be still making more announcements. And it's been awesome. Imani, as always, you always ask really good questions. And Sean, by the numbers is your name. You can't give me back the name that I gave you and throw it on to me. So there. Ha. I'll check you guys later next week, same time, and I'll be on Facebook Live again. It's my best friend. I'm always on live. Picture and words sometimes just don't convey the message that I want to give, so I use live. And hopefully, I will see you guys on Saturday in person, so there'll be no need for Facebook Live. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for asking questions. And I'll see you guys later. Bam, 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 bam. I don't know what that was. I don't know.